Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ. In this video, I will bring to you the current affairs of 12th of January in English. Let's start the video. So our batch is starting in 5 days from 17th. Use the code GGCA and get heavy discount if you want to prepare for RBI Grade B. Which of the following has become the 5th country to participate in the Lunar Gateway Station alongside America, Japan, Canada and the European Union? Now, what is the meaning of this question? First of all, you have to understand what is the meaning of this question. Now, you know that NASA is doing a moon mission which is called Artemis. Artemis will go to the south pole of the moon, but it is a manned mission, which means that people will go, astronauts will go, but they will not go directly. So Artemis mission is divided into three parts: Artemis 1, Artemis 2 and finally Artemis 3. Now Artemis 1 and Artemis 2, they will be unmanned. They will be basically just to test the quality of the spacecraft and all of these things. Real mission will be the manned mission, Artemis 3. And in Artemis 3, the spacecraft that will go is the Orion. Now, what is Lunar Gateway Station? So Lunar Gateway is a small space station that will orbit the moon. It will be the first space station to be placed outside of the Earth with a focus on the moon. So the weight of this space station will be around 40 tons. So for Lunar Gateway Station, it is very similar to International Space Station. But International Space Station, it is not focused on moon. Lunar Gateway Station will be focused on the moon. And for Lunar Gateway Station, there are so far 4 space agencies which are coming together. America, that is NASA, JAXA, that is Japanese Space Agency, Canadian Space Agency, CSA, and European Space Agency or ESA. And the fifth one to collaborate with all of these 4 is UAE Space Agency, right? The Space Agency of UAE, they will also be a party in the in this lunar orbit project of NASA. Is that absolutely clear now? So a very nice question. And UAE is making a lot of progress, you know. So for example, you must have heard about the Rashid lunar rover that they launched, the UAE Space Agency. They launched it last year. So they are making some efforts, right? They are taking a lot of big strides in space exploration. Is that clear? And let me tell you that, India and UAE, they are doing a joint military exercise called Desert Cyclone 2024. They are doing it in the Thar Desert in Rajasthan. Now when I say Thar Desert, now the mostly exercise in the Thar Desert is done in the Mahajan Field Firing Range that is in Bikaner. Now in Thar Desert, sometimes it is done in Jaisalmer also. So these places, but just remember it is being done in Rajasthan and it is taking place for the first time. And you should also know the UAE-Iran dispute. UAE-Iran dispute. So what is this dispute about? Well, this is a dispute about the Greater Tumb, TUNB, the Lesser Tumb, TUNB, and Abu Musa Islands. These are the 3 islands, places in news: Greater Tumb, Lesser Tumb, and Abu Musa. And all of these islands are located in the near the Strait of Hormuz. Strait of Hormuz that connects the Persian Gulf with the Arabian Sea. The Strait of Hormuz. Is that clear? So it is mainly controlled by Iran. Now all these 3 islands are claimed by both the UAE and the Iran. And let's not forget, UAE has also set up Al Dhafra solar park. It is the world's largest solar park as of today. Its capacity is 2 gigawatt. Of course, Adani Group has different plan. They are setting up a 30 gigawatt capacity Khavda solar park in Kutch in Gujarat. But when that will happen, okay. And let me also tell you, recently it was declared that Abu Dhabi is the capital of the UAE. It will host the 47th Chess Olympiad in 2028. Before that, it will take place in 2024 this year in Budapest in Hungary. And then it will take place in 2026 in Uzbekistan. Recently, it was informed that Indian Space Research Organization, they will launch the Proba 3 mission in September 2024. Proba 3 is a mission by which space agency? So Proba 3 is a mission which will be done by the European Space Agency. The answer is ESA, European Space Agency. But this mission or this spacecraft will be launched by ISRO's rocket PSLV-XL. PSLV-XL. Now usually European Space Agency, they have their own rocket, right? They have their own rocket which they use. You can call it the Ariane rocket, ARIANE, and mainly they launch it from the Kourou military launch station, which is in Kourou, right? Kourou launch station, Kourou, Kourou launch station. Now where is this Kourou launch station? It is in French Guinea, this country called French Guinea. Is that clear? So, but this time they are getting it launched by ISRO. So ISRO will launch it. Now what will happen in this Proba 3? So in Proba 3, they will launch two small satellites. One is called coronagraph, that will give information about the corona, which is the outermost layer of the sun, and another spacecraft called occulter. So coronagraph and occulter, right? Both of these satellites will be launched, and this is basically for studying the sun. That is what essentially they want to do. And can you tell me any other mission that is announced by the European Space Agency? Proba 3, I have told you, coronagraph and occulter. It will be launched by PSLV in 2024. But you should know the JUICE mission also. JUICE mission is for Jupiter. They want to study Europa, moon. They want to study Callisto, and they want to study Ganymede. These three. It is also done by European Space Agency, and it's a very important mission. Also, European Space Agency, they have announced a mission called Euclid, EUCLID. In fact, Euclid mission was already done by European Space Agency. It was launched by July 2023 to study dark matter and dark energy. Here you should also know that there was a mission called Mars Express that was done by European Space Agency, and they celebrated its 20th anniversary very recently. And of course, they have announced, European Space Agency have announced a mission to Venus, which is called Envision, right? And they also have a solar weather mission to study the solar weather, which is called ESA Vigil. ESA Vigil was earlier known as the Lagrange mission. And of course, they have one more mission called Bepi Colombo, which is their mission for studying the Mercury planet. So let me tell you, European Space Agency is not far behind, right? Wings India will be held at the Begumpet Airport. Where is it? Begumpet Airport is located in Hyderabad. So in Hyderabad, you will find two airports, the Begumpet Airport and the Rajiv Gandhi International Airport, and it will take place Wings India. So Wings India is the largest exhibition in the aviation sector in India. It will be organized by the Ministry of Civil Aviation, Airport Authority of India, and FICCI. And this question can be asked. And what is the theme? So theme is connecting India to the world in Amrit Kal. Connecting India to the world in Amrit Kal, setting the stage for Indian civil aviation at 2047. So this is the event, Wings India, and it will be definitely asked in the exam. Now, it happens every year, and it happens every year in Hyderabad itself. It happens in Hyderabad itself. So do remember this. IIM Kozhikode in Kerala. So IIM Kozhikode Laboratory for Innovation, Venturing and Entrepreneurship, which is called LIVE, Laboratory for Innovation, Venturing and Entrepreneurship. They have launched FinX in collaboration with which organization? So they have launched it in collaboration with IFSCA, International Financial Services Center Authority, IFSCA, which manages all the IFSCs in India, including the Gift City. And recently, Deakin University from Australia has become the first overseas university to open a campus in India in the Gift City. So what will happen in this? So IFSCA, if there is a very good startup that is coming from IIT Kozhikode, then IFSCA will give that startup grant up to 75 lakh rupees so that that startup can get funding, it can get training, mentorship support. It will support the fintech startups mainly for an grant up to 75 lakh rupees. Who among the following is the author of the new book called Anger Management? See, this is not a book about anger management. It is a book about India-Pakistan relation, the troubled diplomatic relationship between India and Pakistan. You know that India-Pakistan, their relations are deeply troubled. Why do I say so? Because, for example, we don't have an ambassador in Pakistan. We just have a mission in Pakistan, and that mission is led by Gitika Srivastav. She recently became the first woman to lead the Indian mission in Pakistan. So this book is written by Mr. Ajay Bisaria, and Ajay Bisaria is the former High Commissioner of India to Pakistan. So he knows Pakistan like the back of his hand, right? In fact, Ajay Bisaria was expelled from Islamabad. He was the first Indian head of mission that was asked to leave by Pakistan in 2019. So he knows about Pakistan a lot. And let me tell you something about Pakistan that you should know. So for example, there is a woman from Pakistan called Erica Robin. She became the first woman from Pakistan to represent Pakistan in the Miss Universe competition. Of course, she did not win, but Shanice Palacios of Nicaragua was the winner. And let me tell you, Dr. Sayadna Mufaddal Saifuddin. Dr. Sayadna Mufaddal Saifuddin became the fourth Indian to be honored with Nishane-Pakistan, Pakistan's highest civilian award. And Pakistan has been elected as the vice chair of UNESCO Executive Board for the Asia Pacific Group, defeating India in the elections. 30 Doradus B was in news. It is a type of what? So you can see that NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory, they have seen something known as 30 Doradus B, and it is a type of a supernova remnant. So there is this supernova explosion that takes place. This is a leftover of that. And this is located around 1,60,000 light years away from Earth. 1,60,000 light years away from Earth. It's a remnant of a supernova. It was spotted by the Chandra X-ray Observatory of NASA, right? So do remember that. And this 30 Doradus B is also known as NGC 2060, right? And 30 Doradus B is basically a part of a larger region of space that we know as Tarantula Nebula. Tarantula Nebula. Tarantula Nebula is the most vigorous star-forming region in the local universe, and Tarantula Nebula is visible even to the naked eye, right? It is located 1,60,000 light years away. So this 30 Doradus B is a part, you can say, of the Tarantula Nebula. And what is supernova? Supernova is an explosion of a star. Supernova is an explosion of the star. Which of the following country has designated China, North Korea, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and other countries as countries of particular concern for violating the religious freedom? So this list was given by Antony Blinken, the Foreign Minister, Secretary of State of America. The answer is United States of America. United States of America. Basically, these are the countries of particular concern. These countries are countries of particular concern for having violated the religious freedom of people. Is that clear? According to the recently released Global Economic Prospects report by the World Bank, what will be India's GDP growth rate in the financial year 2025? So it will be 6.4%. 6.4% in the financial year 25. And they are expecting some sort of a slowdown, in the economy, in the global economy. But whether that will happen or not, we'll see. And World Bank was in news recently because World Bank is trying to make an effort to decrease the methane emissions, methane gas, CH4. So they have launched two platforms, right? So one is called CH4D, that is Global Methane Reduction Platform for Development. So this will reduce the methane from agriculture and waste. And another one is GFMR, or Global Flaring and Methane Reduction Partnership. This will focus on reducing methane from the oil and gas sector. So CH4D and GFMR have been launched by the World Bank. Which of the following company has delivered the first Orca extra large uncrewed undersea vehicle to the US Navy? Uncrewed. Uncrewed means what? Uncrewed means unmanned. This submarine will be unmanned, so no danger for the life of people. And it's a very powerful submarine. It is called Orca. It's extra large, uncrewed undersea vehicle, and it is made by Boeing. So look at the technology America has. Boeing is an American company. And recently, Stockholm International Peace Research Institute said that the number one company in the world is Lockheed Martin. It is the largest defense manufacturer in the world. Among the top 100 companies, top 5 were American and 3 Indian companies were there in the top 100, right? So Lockheed Martin is number one in the entire world, and this submarine Orca is made by Boeing. Sharing Tobge has been elected as the Prime Minister of which country? Now, when I started teaching current affairs in 2015, at that time, he was the Prime Minister because he was the Prime Minister from 2013 to 2018. And I remember sharing Tobge, I used to repeat his name so many times. So it brings back some fond memories. The answer is Bhutan. His party is called People's Democratic Party. People's Democratic Party or PDP. PDP. Out of the 47 seats in the Bhutan parliament, they won 30 seats. They won 30 seats. So Lotte Sharing is now out and Sharing Tobge is now in. Is that clear? And Bhutan is also making a smart city on the Assam border called Galefu. In fact, from Galefu to Kokrajhar, there is a 58-kilometer railway link also that we are trying to set up. Terminologies defining diseases in Ayurveda, Unani and Siddha system of medicine, they have been included in the International Classification of Diseases 11th revision. Now this ICD-11 or International Classification of Diseases 11th revision is maintained by which organization? So it is maintained by World Health Organization, WHO. So there are terminologies which are used in Ayurveda, in Unani, in Siddha. Unani came from Greece. We used to call it Yunan, so it is Unani. Siddha came from Tamil Nadu. Ayurveda is Indian and homeopathy is basically German. Homeopathy was started by a German doctor called Samuel Hahnemann, whose birthday we celebrate as World Homeopathy Day. So Ayurveda, Unani and Siddha, they are traditional systems of medicine, and these terminologies will also be included now in the International Classification of Diseases by the WHO. So it's a huge victory for the Ministry of Ayush. Ministry of Ayush. Clear? Chief of Naval Staff Admiral R. Hari Kumar has flagged off India's first indigenously manufactured Drishti 10 Starliner drones. Now you can see these drones, very big drones. They are called Drishti 10. It is manufactured by which company? It is commercially manufactured by Adani Defense and Aerospace. So if you don't know, Adani is also into defense manufacturing. And Adani Aerospace Park is located in Hyderabad. Now, Adani of course is a new company, Adani Defense I mean. So obviously they will need help. So they have collaborated with a company called Elbit System from Israel. Elbit Systems is a company from Israel, and Adani has good relations with Israel. Even the Haifa port in Israel is managed by the Adani Group. So Elbit System has partnered with Adani Defense and Aerospace to build Drishti 10 Starliner. Drishti 10 Starliner. And it's very similar to a drone which is made by Elbit System in Israel, which is known as Hermes 900, which India has bought time and again. So this is, you can say, the Indian version of Hermes 900. And it can carry a weight of 450 kg, this drone, and 36 hours it can stay in the flying condition. It can stay in the sky for 36 hours. Now we are also purchasing the Heron drones from Israel. Heron drones called Heron Mark II or MK2, they are made by Israel Aerospace Industries, which is the public sector company of Israel. It was informed that a new campus of IIT Madras will be started at which place? So it will be started in Kandy in Sri Lanka. Kandy in Sri Lanka, right? IIT Madras. Now IIT Madras has opened its campus in Zanzibar city in Tanzania also, becoming the first IIT to open a overseas campus. This is the first IIT campus outside India. Outside India. And who is the director of this IIT Madras Overseas Campus? Preeti Aghalyam. Preeti Aghalyam. This question can be asked. Women in news. Very, very important. 2024 FIH Hockey Olympic qualifiers will be held in which city in India? So obviously we want to qualify for the Summer Olympics. So for women, the Olympic qualifiers will take place in Ranchi in India. The answer is Ranchi. And 8 teams will participate. Germany, India, New Zealand, Japan, Chile, US, Italy and Czech Republic. So let's see who gets the ticket for the Paris Summer Olympics. Now India's women goalkeeper Savita Punia has become the best goalkeeper in the world for 3rd year in a row, and Hardik Singh was declared the best male player in the world recently. Which of the following organization in India has signed a letter of arrangement with Defence Science and Technology Laboratory of Britain for defence collaboration in research and development? So it is of course the DRDO. DRDO celebrates its foundation day on 1st of January every year. Rajnath Singh is on official visit to UK. In fact, Rajnath Singh is India's first defense minister to visit UK in the last 22 years. So it's been a long time. It's been a long time since any Indian defense minister visited Britain. So DRDO will collaborate with DSTL of Britain. They both are defense research organizations. Is that clear? So let's move on. What is the rank of India in the Henley Passport Index? Let me tell you, Henley Passport Index is not asked in the exam because it is very volatile. It keeps on changing every week. But our current rank is 80. Okay. Now, who is number 1? So there are a lot of countries which are joint first. France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Singapore and Spain. All of them, they are number 1. They have access to 194 countries visa free. So these countries, if you are a citizen of either of these countries, you can visit 194 countries visa free. If you have an Indian passport, you can now visit 62 countries visa free. 62 countries visa free. So this index is given by Henley. Which of the following vessels or ship has embarked on its journey from Cape Town to Antarctica for the 43rd Indian Scientific Expedition to Antarctica? What is the name of this ship? It is called MV Vasily Golovnin. MV Vasily Golovnin is going from Cape Town to Antarctica for participating in the 43rd Indian Scientific Expedition to Antarctica. So it sailed on 23rd of December 2023 and it reached Antarctica on 3rd of January 2024. So this is a mission done by the Ministry of Earth Sciences, right? They have started a scheme also known as Prithvi Vigyan recently, where they have joined 5 sub-schemes. And this mission is undertaken by which institute which works under Ministry of Earth Science? NCPOR Goa, National Center for Polar and Oceanic Research. National Center for Polar and Oceanic Research. Is that absolutely clear? Now, who is the leader on this ship? So the leader or the captain, the commander of the ship is Dr. Yogesh Ray. Dr. Yogesh Ray. And the ship has 2 helicopters also on the ship. So one is called Aerospatiale 350B3 and the second one is a Russian helicopter Kamov 32. Kamov 32. Even Russia is helping. This ship is a Russian ship, but it is an Indian owned, but it is Russian. In manufacturing it is Russian, right? So first this ship went from Mormugao to Cape Town and then it is going from Cape Town to Antarctica, right? Okay. So we'll move on now. Mukesh Ambani has announced that Reliance Industries will set up India's first carbon fiber facility at Hazira. Where is Hazira? Hazira is located in Surat. Surat is in Gujarat. The answer is Gujarat. And recently Surat airport was declared as an international airport. It may be named after Morarji Desai, but official confirmation is not there. So this plant will have a capacity of 20,000 million ton per annum. 20,000 million ton per annum. World's largest carbon fiber plant in Hazira. Very important question, right? So carbon fibers are used in aircrafts, racing cars, golf clubs, bicycle, fishing rods, automobile, boats, all of these, right? So the capacity will be 20,000 million ton per annum. And these carbon fibers will be made or they will be based on acrylonitrile. So these will be based on acrylonitrile. Is that absolutely clear? These carbon fibers will be based on acrylonitrile. And Reliance, you must be knowing the Jamnagar refinery, which is owned by Reliance in Gujarat. So this is spread over like 5,000 acres. You can say that half the Jamnagar is owned by Reliance. And World Hindi Day was celebrated on 10th of January. This day marks the commemoration of the first time Hindi was spoken in the United Nations General Assembly in 1949. And the first World Hindi Conference was held in Nagpur in 1975 and inaugurated by the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. World Hindi Day was first observed in 2006. It was started by Dr. Manmohan Singh and the theme was Hindi, Bridging Traditional Knowledge and Artificial Intelligence. World Day of War Orphans. It is on 6th of January. Say no to war because war creates a lot of orphans. So that was a video for 12th of January in English. And let me remind you about the RBI Grade B course. Use the code GGCA if you want discount. Course is starting on 17th of January. So hurry up. See you on 13th of January.